What's going on, team? Let's talk all about the trading action. And I know Ryan's celebrating that Lions win. Are you guys celebrating the win? I'm ready to celebrate the win today, right here on live trading, of course. Ready to get after it, see what we can come up with today. You guys smash the like. You know where you're at. The one, the only live trading with Benzinga. Let's get it started.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
All right, traders, how we doing out there? Doing pretty good. Ready to get into the trading action. I'm going to share my screen and we could take a look at some stocks. If you guys have anything you guys want to check out, throw it up in the chat. We'll get Ryan Faloona on in just a couple seconds here. You guys definitely hit the like out there. Good morning, Kel. How we doing? Becca in the chat. Yeah, definitely a little pinkies up. I need to drink more of my coffee. I had it really late there. Pinky's up for that. Let's get after the action. Adobe's definitely kicking off. Marty, you look like you're happy on Adobe. Ryan is probably hung over from too much football yesterday.
Nope. Ryan's fine. Ryan's doing good. F the Chiefs, baby. F the Chiefs. Love to see that win. Love that football is back. Super, super excited. Man. Honestly, I don't really care about anything that happens today. Just get me to NFL Sunday.
Lynn in Nashville. I need to go to Nashville. I've been wanting to take a little trip into Tennessee. I got to let you guys know. Got to go rock out and go listen to some good country music. Why not, right? Kel, it's good to see you in the chat, man. And that's what it's all about. We're here for you guys. You guys are here for us. That's really what it's about. We fam, guys. Let's get after the action. Let's take a look at what's going on. Of course, you guys see my number one stock that I'm just fighting myself on how I wasn't able to crush this Ion Q, but we'll see what happens there. We'll see what we can get into today. Yesterday, I went after a firm, definitely got hit on that move back, right? We came back all the way to 2250s. So we'll see what happens there. Apple bouncing back yesterday, but it wasn't a significant jump. So a little part of me is wondering, will we see some more downside action today? So keep an eye on the SQQQ. Would like to see a quick dip towards around 850s, then recovery going back into 1875. We'll see what happens there. And we can keep our eyes out on the market overall. Another thing that I'll keep an eye out for, of course, is names in ARKK. Lately, Shop has been a pretty strong stock. It pulled back a little bit. Amazon was pretty strong yesterday. That's definitely a stock that I can keep a watch on my radar just because the daily chart is really strong here. And so that's one that I'd keep an eye out for. Google has been strong. Tesla has been weak as of late, bounced back a little bit, and just been chopping around here. Can it get back through the 260s or will it cut through the 243? I think that's a big outlook to look for on Tesla. But that's enough of my outlook. Of course, I still have American Airlines. I still have it, guys. It's down by $13.99. I'll let you guys know how that swing trade goes. It's my only one on right now. And a lot of that is pumping the brakes a little bit as we saw some rotation go against us. Now, one of my top stocks that I had was Intel, and that thing's continued to go. So maybe sold this one early. It stayed hot. I'll keep an eye on this one. All right, kicking it to my man Ryan. We could definitely take a look at what's going on in the market. We can go to Benzinga Pro, see what he's looking at on the SPY. We will get to that action in just a second. Lynn, you're looking to see 243 on Tesla? We'll take a look at that. And definitely let us know how you guys are doing. And, of course, focus on your trading, nail it up, and always let us know where we go ahead. And if you guys have winners or losers, we love to hear about it, right? Because we learn from you guys also. Come on down. Hey, we'll do it, guys. Oh, definitely, we got to do a little trip to Tennessee, Ryan. You ready for that action?
I've heard Tennessee is great. I want to visit Jeremy Newsom. Let's do it.
Hell yeah, let's plan it out. We'll get after it, guys. Maybe we got to do a little trader meetup with Jeremy, and we can combine that, right? Why not?
I'd be sick.
It's always fun, definitely. And he's awesome. Definitely to check out. If you guys don't know who he is, definitely check him out. Well, I'll even throw up his Twitter in just a second there. Let's go to Ryan's charts. Let's take a look at what he's looking in the market. And you guys always throw up stocks on your radar right now.
Yep. Sorry, we're not looking at the SPY today. Having some trouble with my SPY chart, and I'm just not even going to fight it. What's that?
We don't need to worry about it.
We don't need to worry about it. I'm just not going to fight it. It's Friday. I'm not going to stress myself out. F it. We're not looking at the SPY chart. We are going to take a look at some. We are going to take a look at some items that are moving here this morning. We do have a couple of these smaller issues here. Shout out to our news desk team here at Benzinga. Broke an exclusive story on ticker BIOC today. Biocept shares are trading higher after the company announced a non-exclusive licensing agreement with CN with Pure Therapeutics. If you go to the news here, you'll see that yesterday there was actually a PR, and then this morning we actually had an exclusive story. You had plenty of time to actually buy this if you were one of the early birds here today. And even if you were not able to buy that first initial move, we've made 1, 2, 3 more legs up here in the pre-market alone. So what I want to see is how does this trade when the market actually opens? What support level do we come into? Is it going to be this 145 or 130 or 120? Where do we actually settle? Excuse me. And where can we actually get good entry? So BIOC on the docket here today. Next is going to be PRZO. This is Parazero Technologies. This was about $1.25 yesterday. This popped as high as $2.20 here today. Now we're coming back in. We'll see where this ends up settling. Again, I'm really sorry with some of the technical issues that I'm having here today. I know the VWAP just kind of disappeared there. VWAP, if we can cross through the VWAP on volume, that should give us an entry point there. I don't PRZO here. Aerobiotic Optimus 1 Extron receives historic US FAA type certification. This is also affecting ONDS, which is one of the longer term holds that I have that's significantly underwater. So we'll see if we get any movement in this sector here today. PRZO, another one. It's already kind of leaking back. But again, if we can settle here, we can get a nice entry. We can see if we can actually trade this to the long side. This I don't think was anything. Yeah, this was just they're announcing they're going to present at Wainwright. That's nothing. Okay. And let me try to refresh this. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see if we can go back to Pack. Okay. I'm just going to flip over to trade the pool here. Maybe make this. Where's Mitch? Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry, folks. Don't know how to change this. Oh man, Mitch, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me. Anyway, sorry. It looks like Pro is down, and it looks like I can't share my other screen. Boy, what a nightmare this is. Let me see if I can fix this. Stop screen share, present. There we go. There we go. We're getting it, folks. We're getting it. Let's go ahead and add this. The pool that's blocked out. That's not working. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I can't get this any bigger. So let's just go full screen. Here we go. All right. We're going to keep moving here, doing the best that I can. Next, we were taking a look. Let's see which of these stocks is going to be in Trade the Pool. I don't think this ELA one is. Yeah, that does not exist in there. PSTV, we'll go ahead and check. That is in here. Come on. Boy, I'm having all kinds of trouble with my technology today, folks. Holy cow. PSTV. Anyway, this did pop as high as over 4, really kind of leaking here, and it looks like it's breaking down. Same deal here. We really don't want to take any of these stocks unless they give us some type of setup. So I don't know. I'm going to wait till the open to see if we get any of these. I'd be curious to know if the chat, you guys have any stocks that we want to take a look at here today. Here's Verb. I know we've traded this before. If this curls and moves through the VWAP, might actually have a decent opportunity here. But let me know if there are anything else that you folks want to take a look at. I didn't see any tickers yet here today. BLRX says Tennessee Tomodachi. I hope I pronounced that right. I probably didn't. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. BLRX. I know this is a nice little bull flag here on the daily. I guess I don't really see any action here in the pre-market. Let's see how this unfolds. Really want to see if this actually break to the upside. We'll see if we end up getting it here. Okay. Snow, you guys want to take a look at Snow? There was some news here. Snow was upgraded this morning by Davidson, so we're actually seeing a little bit of pop in the pre-market. Nice little drift up here. The big thing for Snow, if we look at the daily chart here, what we really want to do is and we're going to. Okay, so this is actually, trying to get used to new charts here. This is actually breaking out above this 162. We're going to open at about 166. That's right in here, so above some of these moving averages. That would be pretty good. A little bit of a pullback should give us entry there. We'll see if that ends up working. Snow looking pretty good. Snow looking pretty good here. Any other stocks that you folks want to take a look at? We'll take a look at Apple here real quick. Apple, obviously, this is the wrong stock. I will say real quick. So that's something that really bugs me with Trade the Pool. And Gil, if you're out there, please note this as feedback. The ticker entry into this seems to lag. I typed AAPL and hit enter, and it brought up ticker AAP. Little bit frustrating, but nothing that you can't handle. The one thing here on Apple, you can see we've on the daily chart here, we've actually really selling off here on Apple. Now, the question is, have we found some support down here? Maybe. We'll see if we end up bouncing here. I know Apple's a little bit strong here in the pre-market, but a lot is going to depend on how technology does as a whole here today. Jay Rice, let me know if you're out there. Definitely want to discuss something with you. So let me know if you're out there. I'll wait till you show up. All right, we got some more tickers. Let's go, folks. All right. Snow, we took a look at Apple, PRZO. Yeah, we already covered PRZO before the pro crashed there. Ryan, take a look at GCT and EOSE. Here's EOSE. Remember, now this had a huge pop. Everything is really kind of sold off now. Question is, do we bounce here? I think at some point we will. Is that bounce today? I don't know, but keep this on your radar. This is actually a nice bullish hammer on the daily chart, and it's actually just above the 200-day, which is this blue moving average. So pretty bullish chart formation here on the daily. Let's see if we can get any carry through here today on the 1 minute. This being in Trade the Pool, I'd definitely be up for trading this one here today. Okay. GCT was the other one Sydney wanted to take a look at. Let's do that. Here is GCT. Look at this. This is a type of long-term hold that you really want to get loaded up in your account. Just a nice, massive move up. Very, very slow. Continuing to move up here. GCT, same deal. I don't know if this would make it really a good day trade, to be quite honest with you. This is more of a swing trade. I don't have any line on this, Sydney. I'd like to know what your thesis is and your time horizon on GCT. We can go from there. Let's see, what other stocks do you want to take a look at? Walmart, ticker WMT. Walmart here, this actually breaking out on the daily chart. If we zoom out here, you can see we're actually almost, I think this is new all-time highs here on Walmart. Look at that. So nice little breakout here on Walmart. We did have some news on Walmart today. Let me see if I can find it here. Jeffries upgraded it with a buy. Walmart cuts the starting pay for some new hires. So remember, Walmart was raising the pay for pretty much all employees. Looks like they're going to cut some pay for some of the digital team employees. As a result, hope Walmart should be more profitable. Stock is reacting positively to that. Let's see how it actually does here today when the market actually opens. Gilead is the next one you folks want to take a look at. That's ticker GILD. All right, Gilead popping here. Do we have any news on Gilead this morning? Go ahead and check. Again, I'm sorry about all the technology issues. Okay, so yesterday after hour, Gilead was pricing $2 billion of senior unsecured notes. This morning, they got a upgrade to buy and a raised price target to 95 from Bank of America. It's one of the reasons your stock's popping here today. So looks good here for Gilead, at least so far. We'll see what happens when the market actually opens here. Okay. BA Baba, you want to take a look at? Let's do it. Bob, I don't really see anything going on here. What's the thesis? You guys just throwing tickers just with no movement? Come on, at least help me out here a little bit. Baba, yeah, I don't see anything going on here on Baba Meow. What is the thesis here? What's going on? It's pretty much flat. I see no news. What's going on here with Baba? I don't see anything special about this. Boeing, is there anything special on this one? Boeing also kind of flat here, just kind of holding in. Boeing bags $474.5 million for Air Force contract action. That's a partner article, so that's likely a little bit older. Spirit Aerosystems calls on Boeing and Airbus to share inflation burden. I don't know. I don't really see a whole lot going on either of those tickers, my friend. I think you just threw out some tickers that really don't have any new action here today. Bex, SWBI, that's of course Smith & Wesson. This is actually I wish 13 was here. He can kind of help us with this. Smith & Wesson, the thought here is that the unrest in this country just does not seem to go away, and it seems to be getting worse and worse and worse. Firearms and ammo stocks, definitely good purchases in times like that. We have an election coming up where this is likely going to be a hot topic back and forth. I actually really like this. I don't have any position myself in this, but we did discuss this yesterday on Happy Hour. So Smith & Wesson's SWBI, I was putting it in the wrong chart there. I'm sorry. You can see here we're actually having a really nice pre-market after the after-hours session, and we're kind of pushing up here. So if you look at the daily chart, we're back to about 1221. That puts us right under this moving average. Really, the question is going to be, can we push back up to the sideways trading area? Can we get above some of those moving averages? All right, we only got a couple of minutes till the open here. Let's see. Yep, just about a minute here to the open. We're going to take a look at what's moving along here. Let you know what we're trading. Sorry, I'm just getting some of my broker charts set up here. Okay, ready to go. Ready to go. 45 seconds, folks. And let's take a look at some of the other stalwarts here. Tesla coming back into the VWAP. I'm not sure if I'm going to trade this today. I'm having a good day. I don't need it to get ruined. I did want to shout out Jay yesterday. We talked a little bit about SSYS. I asked him where his stop was going to be. He told me it was 13. Boy, I really hope he did not stop out at 13. Stock really kind of formed a bottom just under 13. I actually added to my position down here, and this thing just a monster reversal back to the upside. So, Jay, if you're out there, great call. Hopefully you're still in this. I know I am. We should have Mitch back here pretty soon. Market open right now. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, everybody. Let's take a look at some of the stocks that are moving. Mitch, Mitch, you're muted. I'm having all kinds.
I got you. Don't stress, man.
Problems.
Stressing is for everybody else. We don't stress here, baby. Let's do this thing. Let's do it, team. You guys know I'm ready to go. One of the stocks that I'm watching is Snow. I just got an alert for it. Of course, it was already moving. It had a ratings upgrade, and so that's why I think it's a little bit too far for me to go after now, but I'm looking for pullbacks to like 163, 162. That makes sense for me. We'll see what happens, right? Let's get after it, team. If you guys see stocks, let me know in the chat. It's been one of those days that, you're getting battles right now. Let's keep battling. ANF crossing down. Ooh, maybe are we going to get a short possibility on a turnaround finally from ANF from the earnings? Yes, this looks interesting for me. I like how you have a lot of topping action at 55, 52s now. Kind of the level to look for the support break is 54. 54 breaking down would be a big level So let me go ahead and take a look at that, how that looks right now. Already taken down about 40 cents here. The spread is wide on ANF. Holy moly. Too wide for me. Yeah, that's just too wide for me for a $50 to $4 stock. Let's go to AEO, see if that one's getting hit. This could be the like kind of also the sympathy play also. So this has already been going with ANF. You can see this is a daily chart. What do you see? Similar charts, right? 3 topping areas, 1740s. This support is closer towards 1660s and 1650s. So less of a reward on that side, but a tighter spread.
All right, give me a sec, Mitch. I gotta get my bearings.
You're good, man. Take your chance. Take your time, man. Hey, you like that one, Duke the Fool? Stressing for everybody else, baby. We don't do that here. You got it. That's what it's about, man. I mean, let the world stress, man. There's enough stress in the world, right? Let's just keep trying to get after it, team. Get after it. If you guys see stocks, let me know. Let me know in the chat. I'm willing to take a look at anything today. BIOC is making a move. I see you guys in the chat letting me know. Let's see if this one can pull back a little bit here. It's already made a nice little lift out the gates. I'd like a little pullback here to 165. See if it gets reloaded. You're going to hold 165? If I did 165, I'd have to risk off of 150 immediately. So let's see what happens here. Let's see if it takes out 2. What's the daily chart on this one looking like? Zoom back a little bit. All right, so resistance is right above it though. 215s, 240s. I don't see too much more than 240 possible, at least on the daily chart. That's why I don't like this one. I was liking the chart on the intraday. I looked at the daily. That made me run away. AGBA going down there. Easy go. Getting a little bit of a little pop there. I'm looking at some smaller names here, guys, and taking a look. Even eBet. Oh, man, I won't touch that thing. But a 10-foot pole. All right, guys, let's get after it. Let's see what else is going on. Mara bleeding in the chat. Okay, we can take a look at that. Bitcoin's been going down lately. Yeah, I could see that taking a big hit there. And that's what's, I think, holding back also coin lately. But this is one that I've been looking for a move above 80 for a while now, and we just made that move. So let's start seeing if this could pull back to 80s on a swing trade. I like this. Maybe not for the day trade. I will like this for the swing trade today. Let's see if I can get a little bit of a pullback today back to 80s, but 80, 60s getting bought up right now. The reason I like Coinbase is because of course, all that mention of the ETF, the Bitcoin ETFs going through. I think that will eventually come through. That's why I also been keeping an eye on Blackstone. Of course, they have an ETF out there, and this has been hot as of late. So I know banks are weak, but Blackstone, pretty hot stock as of late. Let's set this to like 3 years so we can always go back and see the action. There you guys see it. Big level above it, 110. Could act as resistance though. How's the KRE today? Ooh, banks lower? Yeah, look at that hit. KRE with a little bit of a pop red to green to red move here, right near the gates here. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look here at the banks. How's that doing? FAZ trying to get back through 1850s where it's been struggling in the past. I even played this yesterday at the 1850s. Wasn't able to nail a nice trade here. This is a nice little setup for this trade. I'm drawing out right now with a symmetrical triangle here. Let's see if it can hold this and then get back up there. Would like it to hold 38 attempts here. So you know what? Since it's such a tight risk and reward, let's give it a shot. See if I can click down here. Put a limit right underneath it towards 40. All right, trying to come after it, trying to get 300 shares right now. See it already popping off of that 40. Moving up to 41, trying to get a little bit of a pullback fill here and then holding off the support right here. Let's take a look at the KRE, JPM. Let's go to some bigger banks. There you go. They made a opening down move. now bouncing a little bit, so got to keep my eye on that. Might be a little bit early to this game here. Pulling back a little bit here. Gonna cancel and just look to see if JPM can make that next down move here, because it could recover 143.50 really quickly. I'm gonna look to see if it can get that move back down towards the 143.30s. What's going on out there, team? What are you looking at? C3 AI doing it? All right, let's take a look there. 28 starting to get a little bit of a lift there. All right, let's go to the Qs here. Let's see what's going on with the Qs. Big push here out the gates. Let's go to Microsoft. That's a nice little lift off there. So tech staying strong right now. I'd look for Intel maybe to have a nice day there. Look at that little push, man. This is going to be one that I'm going to be scratching my head at the end of the week on how I got out on this one. But big push there. Intel, nice little move there. Oracle has been a strong stock as of late. Let's see if this can recover back towards 125.40s. Little pull down. Now a little bit of a wick there on the 15. Let's see if we are seeing red to green moves in tech. Let's go to NVIDIA. Red. It was red and then went back to green. Now getting back up there. What about Tesla? We're going for that 258. Ooh, nice little push there. So it looks like tech actually strong right now. So we'll see if this changes, but pretty strong market right now. All right. Let me pull my TC to the right. All right. I'll go to the sectors in that outlook. Technology leading, energy, and then consumer cyclical behind that. Basic materials bouncing back after really getting hit as of late. So you could see some bounce back in that area. There is some stocks bouncing back in there. So if I see some weak stocks, we'll see what happens there. Looking to see if some drug manufacturers get a nice little push today. Keeping an eye on some names right now to see how the major ones are moving here. Lilly leading, of course. Lilly always leading. Amgen not doing too bad, up about 0.3%. Looking to see if Gilead wants to make a move today. It did get a ratings upgrade. It did just pull back, now taking 76.20s. That actually looks pretty good there on Gilead. So I'm going to take a look here. Let's go to the daily chart. I like how this is recovering, holding the pullbacks. Looks interesting. Airbnb has been making a move as of late. That looks like it's holding in right now. AAL starting to get back there above the 14s. Actually doesn't look too bad today. Could we see the cruise lines recover today? Ooh, that's actually an interesting outlook here. Cruise lines starting to go higher. NCLH has been like kind of just prepping for a move here. I'm going to take a look here. I come after NCLH here on a pullback. Yeah, let's see if I can get 47s, 48 here. It's already at 50, so I might take a little bit here, then look to add. All right, we're at 52 here, looking for a little bit of a pullback. I want to try to get by right below 50s here. Little red to green action here. Seeing if the cruise lines could come back a little bit today. Resistance right above here at the 56. Verb. Is Verb the word today? Looks like it's trying to get strong through $2 there. It's starting to show up. How'd that block do? Ooh, back down to that 160. Is Verb the word? You guys let me know what you guys are seeing out there, but I'm seeing a lot of green. What's in the red? Industrials, utilities, and communications. IWM in the red. So just be careful because that is definitely something to catch. IWM in the red there. Some stocks are going to get hit there. And it could be smaller names starting to get hit. So just be careful out there. Like I'm seeing CDMO stock just flushed through the 12. That stock got hit hard. A lot of these smaller names starting to get hit hard there, so I'd be a little bit careful. I'm seeing some of these start slipping.
All right, sorry, Mitch, I'm back now.
IWM definitely weak today, so trying to keep up with everything, guys. Adobe hit your price target estimate of 560, 570 week before earnings. Where to next? Let's see. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, that's a nice little resistance right there. So from this point, I think it could pull back just from what I'm seeing, right? Because the way that I think about it here is like, could I go long right now? I wouldn't right now because I could expect maybe a pullback into this trend line. And so I would look for pullbacks close to that to maybe risk off of the support. But that's because I don't like buying highs. Does it mean that the stock is strong? Yeah. When it gaps up like that and goes right towards a resistance, we could look to see if it gets taken out today. 569.84 would be a really sign of confidence from the bulls. And like always, this is just educational and how I look at the stock, right? You guys draw your own levels, call your own shots. That's what we're here for. We're not copycat traders. I actually think that's horrible in the market that you can do that. But hey, we won't get into all that action. Of course, you guys see me using Trade the Pool. I'm ready to take some trades here, guys. Let's see what's going on, guys. Tech is going to hold today. Let's find out. The SPY bouncing pretty strong here, guys. So I would be looking for Tech to hold right now. Stocks like Microsoft is one that I'm looking for. Like I need a pullback on it right now, but it is pretty strong. Let's go to it. See if I can trade some Microsoft today. So you see how this kind of caught after it attempted to break down. That's actually looking pretty decent. So this is the daily. And so that would just tell me that, hey, we're catching some buyers now. We could look to get through 334 today. I'm looking for pullbacks towards like 331.50s. Let's go to the 15 minutes, see if we can see that possible. Yeah, I could see that possible. 31.50s. Yeah, so 331.50s is what I'm looking for on pullbacks. But it's already there towards almost 333s. Let's see if it takes that out. NVIDIA is one that you could also look for some upside action. But my thing with NVIDIA is just it rocks too much. Tesla is one that you could look for, maybe possible move to 258 today. Pullback for Tesla that I'd be looking for. I'd be looking closer towards playing from 254 to 253. I'd ladder there. That's what I'm going to be looking for. I'll look to try to play Tesla and Microsoft here. Let's see what happens on pullbacks. Just because Tesla could get back there towards 260 and then eventually rip higher. And so I could see 258 in reach today. And it's been pretty hot as of late. I'd like to pull back here closer to 253s, somewhere between 254 and 253.
Verb, by the way, Verb went here. I was dealing with some other issues, so wasn't on it, but a nice little breakthrough 212 on Verb that actually pushed higher here. I actually like this if we can come into the VWAP. Judging by what it's done previously, we might actually go beneath that VWAP, but if we can hold there, we might have another upside run here on Verb. One more thing to keep in mind is that as long as this volume continues to expand like it has been, we're going to be in good shape here for more trades. When that volume dries up, might be time to look for a different ticker until the volume comes back.
All right, guys, we'll keep an eye on some stocks out there. If you guys see anything you guys want to talk about, keep throwing them up. I'll keep trying to catch them. Oil's starting to come down, and I could actually see that maybe turning around today. I'm going to keep an eye on WTI. You guys know how to do it. I take a look there. This morning, we gave a spike like we wanted to go to 88 and then just dropped off. Do we go back to 88s or do we start to drop in oil? A little part of me starting to turn that maybe we could start seeing some topping action in these oil names. And they keep playing this like range kind of bound move. So be careful out there. Just got some Google on that wick down. Fried Chicken Man. We'll take a look at Google.
Fried Chicken Man. Man,
I love
is that
it.
a good handle? I mean, that's just...
Get your fried chicken, baby.
That's just good. That's just good.
Get your fried chicken, baby. That's one of the strongest stocks, right? And so I like that pullback. I like how you're coming through a daily trend line. I'd look for maybe a little bit of a pullback here because I don't like to chase towards the high, but a move towards like maybe even 163.40s here, 163.30s. I don't mind it. Let's see what happens there on Google. See if it wants to go higher. That's an interesting looking play right now. I like some of these strong names, especially the way that the market's looking. Let's see if we can start getting these pullbacks, though. That's what I'm going to be looking for. 331 seems to make sense on Microsoft. 331.50s. So we'll do that 331.50s. Put that one out there. We'll go to Tesla here. Start layering Tesla like 253s. Let's go to Tesla. See See if it pulls back. Ooh, Tesla's a hard one to judge on like amount to go for, but I'll try to do it here, guys. 254 limit. Now I'm gonna start laddering 253.50s, and then I'll go 253. So you see why I call it a ladder here? I'll show you guys on Tesla. So you see how I'm making my own ladder. Like, come back to me. I'll take it on pullbacks, and I'll risk down towards 251. See what happens there on that pullback. See if Tesla can hit me on quick pullbacks here through 254 towards 253. All right, and let's go to Microsoft. Still hasn't pulled back on Microsoft. I'm gonna put another ladder one here on Microsoft, probably down at, let's go with 331s here. All right, so looking for some pullbacks in the market. Would love to see a VWAP bounce here happen on the Qs. So what do I mean by that, right? Let me actually add the VWAP. I haven't been adding it too much. Just been trying to kind of stay away from it, but let's go ahead. Let's do that. So how do you do that, right? You can just go to some indicators or analysis tool. You can do like a VWAP, and you can do also defined period, right? You can also change it for like the timing. And I think that's very important to kind of catch there. You can go here. You can do like on the 15. You can do an intraday style. So there's a lot of ways to kind of go with the VWAP. And so this is kind of like a 15-day VWAP outlook. We'll see if the Qs can even pull back. Qs haven't pulled back at all. Amazon, Nvidia pulled back to the VWAP there. So Nvidia gave you the VWAP bounce. Look, let's see if that gets a little bit of a VWAP bounce. Microsoft just ripping. Tesla might give me my fills.
Verb, nice little bounce here off the VWAP 206. I actually didn't take this here, but this is working. Sorry about my birds screaming so much.
Nah, I love it. I love it. Let them talk to me. Maybe they get me chirping also. Chirp chirp. Wayfair strong today, guys. Is it an ARKK type of day? Ooh, ARKK actually pulling back there. That's interesting. What's strong in ARKK though? Roku, Palantir strong today. Meta, Tesla, Path, PD, and Twilio. Twilio's on a nice little pullback to like 67s. How's Twilio been doing lately? Ooh, it's been strong. That one actually looks interesting here. A lot of highs in this area though. It struggled here before.
ROIV breaking out here, not in this either.
Keep an eye on that Twilio. Just did that little pullback outlook here. I'll see if it goes back through 67 on Twilio. Tesla, come down to me. You can blame it all on me. Microsoft not coming back, so I'm looking for Tesla. What about Soxal? There you go. That's at VWAP. That just did a little bit of a hard pullback. All right. See if we can get it to bounce off 83s again. So come back into like the 80s, and then maybe I could risk off a 2175 here for Soxal. Trying to trade already, baby. Get after it. Get back into the 80s for me, Soxal. Give me a chance. All right. Square died on Triple D. I don't think he's really in it. But DraftKings. What about DraftKings? How's that doing today? Ooh, did do a little up move here. Be careful for the weekend. That's already ran like 20% for like the NFL trade. We'll see if that continues to hold. It's been hot though. I don't know if it'll change though, but man, it was fun at least watching some football yesterday. I'll tell you that
man,
much.
it was. I missed it. I missed it, Mitch.
Yeah,
I missed it.
It keeps me up late though. That's the only thing I don't like. I'm an old man, man. I go to sleep now at like 10 o'clock.
I feel you. I feel you. You're up at 5, 6 a.m. Game doesn't end until 11. It's tough.
Yeah, you know, but hey, got to do what you got to do, right?
Sometimes sacrifices need to be made, Mitch.
Sometimes, right? Like I always say, I got to enjoy my life
is
too, baby.
right again. Exactly, Born. Exactly.
Tesla, not coming down to me, guys. Not coming down. All right, I might have to go sock sell for the rip here. I'd have to scalp it. I hate scalping though. I don't like playing scalps, guys. Like I don't like going for like 10 cents on names. I don't know why. It just doesn't work out for me. I feel like that's always a recipe of disaster for me.
I've been living on that with these market conditions. Literally living on that. Verb breaking that high and going higher here on Verb. I do feel it looks like it's pulling now. I do feel a little bit kind of slowed down here today. I feel behind on things, so I'm not forcing trades.
It's not a bad outlook, my friend. It's not a bad outlook.
I want to keep myself protected, right? Well, I'll wait until I start seeing things in real time. I feel like I'm late on a number of different things here.
Palantir with a nice move there. I do see that strong. TQQQ, of course, that's just continuing. Apple getting the lift off there. Of course, they do got their iPhone event coming up. Some people who are like
the 15th. Is that what day that is? Okay.
Next week, man. Next week. And so it's something to keep an eye out for, right? CLPR. I don't even know that one.
VKTX making some highs here today. This up about 6% here. VKTX.
The Molinator moving today. I'm looking around, guys. I'm looking around. FFIE. Dude.
That had a reverse split, right? That reverse split recently?
Yeah. Remember we were talking about this when it was here? I was like, yo, Ryan, reverse splits. That might be a good target. Look at that.
Where your mouse is?
Yeah, that's when it reverse split. That's when I talked to you about it. That was at 10. It's down to 4.
So you're talking about shorting it? Some of those reverse split stocks have run to the upside.
The key there is that I saw some recent ones like AMC also just do it. Like, look at that. Boom. AMC was another one that I was looking at. And I have the line still drawn there on that day. So you guys don't know I don't cherry pick. Look at that line drawn on there. There's a reason why. I was looking at these. These were interesting. So reverse splits, a lot of the time, they have a tendency of maybe getting a pop the first day. Maybe a first day, second day, third day. And then you look to see if it can pop a little bit. And then you can have levels to short off of. Just an outlook that I see out there. Adrian, let those presents come, my friend. Let the trades come to you. You'll see it clearly when it presents itself to your style and setup. Like it, baby.
Verb continuing to push here. 240 looks to be the next spot on Verb. GNS actually looks like this might bounce on the daily chart. We'll see. No real action here today.
Palantir pulling back a little bit. Is this the shot to grab it if it wants to come back up? Doesn't look too bad. The only question is, will it cut down here? Because there is some resistance where it turned around at 1550s. How's Microsoft? Now it's starting to pull back there. Tesla going to the 254s might give me that opportunity here. Can you go through the 254 mark? Give me a little pullback to 253. How's NVIDIA? Ooh, to the dark side. Qs are holding in there. We'll see if we get a VWAP bounce. SPY kind of going back to VWAP. Of course, 945 did see a turnaround there. So just putting that out there. That was kind of some topping action there. I think we might get Tesla through this 254 spot. I'm willing to take it towards this 253, but let's see if we can get as close to 253 as possible. So I'm just watching the offer right now. Putting one order out here.
I'm seeing Tesla puts cross the unusual option wire here, by the way. Tesla puts.
Okay, that might bring the price down
it's
to
coming
me.
down. Yeah, it's coming down.
So I just flipped my limit and I used it on the screen there to give me an advantage in the order box, right? I like to teach advantages all the time in platforms. That was an advantage there. Instead of me going in and having to put the price, I just dragged it down to save myself off the entry. Now I got one entry down to 253 and I can fill another entry down here to like 252.50s. I'm down for that. I got a little bit there at 252.95. So perfect entry there, at least on the start. Now I can look to add a slightly lower, and then I can also look to add maybe towards 252, risk off 251. I like it. I like it here. Just want to see the Qs bounce here and then get back up there. Microsoft already starting to come back, and that's actually one of the strongest ones right now because I could see it at the top and hasn't crossed VWAP. So I like Microsoft back at like 331.50s. I'm taking a little shot back towards the upside here. Of course, I could be wrong. So like always, you guys choose your outlook. That's what I always want to focus on because at the end of the day, the number one skill that we need to work as day traders is what? Decision making. How are you at quick decision making? This is 15-minute time frame that I'm on also. I think this is helping me. I've been trying to work my way back into deeper time frames.
Roivant back in towards its VWAP here. We'll see if Roivant can bounce.
Right now, since we're just hanging out above 253s, I'm waiting for it to pull back a little bit. I can change the limit, but definitely that grabbing of the limit. I wanted to talk about ways that we can have great success on trade to pull, right? How can we learn how to have some strength in the platform? That's a strength right there. I always think it's important to try to bring those up because to tell you the truth, we always want to learn how to best use platforms. Of course, you guys can always check out Trade the Pool. Hit the QR code. Hit the link at the bottom right there. Who's using Trade the Pool? Let me know in the chat. Who's getting after it?
I am.
My man. MTN, says Ben. That's someone that we can take a look at. AI holding. I feel the market will pop. Careful. It's a trap. It's a trap. We'll see.
It's one of my favorite sound drops of all time that will never get old. Not for me,
Duke,
anyway.
Duke the Fool. It's a prop. Check it out, man. It's right up at the top. You can get 14 days for free. We'll talk a little bit more about it, Duke, so you can know exactly what it is. I'll play a little video for you guys in a little bit. Let's keep trading, though. Let's get after it. Who's going to give the question of the day today? Remember, we started doing that, guys. Drop great trading questions, and somebody might get the question of the day. Yesterday, it was mystery. All right, already seeing a little bit of a pop there for Tesla. I'm up a little bit already as that came down. Perfect entry, man. Holy moly. The low there, 252.94. 252.95 on Tesla, Ryan. That was actually,
that was the low.
I missed the low by 1 penny.
I was going to say I don't understand why you're screaming at me, but now I think I got it.
Now you got it, man. I'll tell you one thing. That's pretty hard to do on Tesla. Like really hard to do on Tesla. I don't think I could repeat that. That's how much it is. Money Mitch back at recent stock split. All right, Microsoft didn't even come back to VWAP. That's how that shows me strength in Microsoft. I'm still looking for it to pull back, but I can take a look to see if anything else I can try to jump on here. I like maybe the SOXL pull back to 2180s here. That actually looks good there for me. All right, guys, I'm going to take a little bit of a shot here on the SOXL trade. Risk off of 2170s. Put 68s in right now, but I'm looking for the rip back above 2215s.
I'm taking some BIOC here, hoping on a move through the VWAP. If it breaks down, this is going to be a tight stop for you folks. But if this breaks down, I'm going to be out here. But hoping that we're kind of trading right here. Let me go to mine real quick. We're kind of trading right along this VWAP here. I'm thinking maybe we bounce and move. That would be awesome. I've got VWAP here at what, 157-ish, 157. So maybe we'll get a little push here. I'll let you know. In at 151.
Guys, taking some shots here, guys. I'm long now, also on NVIDIA. Already long it, guys. I just jumped in it. Here, you can show off your trade, Ryan. I don't think it was up there.
No, I put it up.
Okay, that's
perfect. I managed it.
Sounds great. Look at NVIDIA here. I'm taking NVIDIA long. I got there 462.23s, but only 10 shares. Like kind of a more like swing trading size here to take it easy, right? At least it helps me give myself a range here on the stop out. I can risk down all the way down to maybe even below 460s, slightly below 460s. So we'll see what happens if I can get this nice push. Tesla's the leading one in the green here. So I want to see Tesla maybe not even come back to my limit, my second buy. So I'll cancel that second buy for right now, not to have more risk in the market, right? But now I can just set my stop loss here and understand exactly where I'd get out on Tesla, which is about let's do like a $25 loss there. So that's the key here, guys. I'm trying to be more and more precise with the stop loss. You guys are seeing more objectivity. Let's see if it goes into my favor today. Keeping an eye on the Qs might help here, right? We're looking for a 374 break to the upside here. If it can get through that 374, start getting to the next levels. If you look on the hourly, there's some resistance that will come into play around 374.80s. I'm looking to see if we can drive back towards 375 here on an expansion move and show me strength.
Look at BIOC real quick, Mitch. I mean, look at this.
Of course.
So it started to. Let me zoom in here. It started to go and break through that level, and they immediately pulled it right back down. So still long here. Here's the trade, right? Long 151, stop 143, which is your day low, and target sell price 186. So trade's either going to work or it isn't, but we're set up for it no matter what happens.
Microsoft strength here, 334, almost 50s. Didn't pull back to the VWAP. That is relative strength. You guys hear me talking about it because I'm looking at it as more of an indicator of the momentum right now. So like if Microsoft can keep ripping, I can't jump on that type of trade because it's just a no pullback type of trade, but it's Microsoft, right? One of the biggest companies in the world. I'm going to definitely watch it. Marty talking about a new high of day. This is the reason why I'm looking at it. It can be the kind of the leader stock. NVIDIA pulled back on there, gave me an opportunity here. SOXL is already bounced into the 85s. That looks decent there now that I got in on a nice little pullback. Big thing will be if this 15-minute candle can close above 2205. Will we get the breakout here on the Qs? I don't even want it to come back to VWAP. I'm looking for a push here. 374.18 showing up. Can we get there? Let's find out. NVIDIA pulling back a little bit here below 462s. I can add a little bit more on this, but since I have 3 trades on in one direction, I'm just going to stick with the trades that they're already set.
So real quick. So Jay, Ryan, I heard you earlier. I was on the phone, couldn't respond. I canceled the stop on SSYS as I saw some call buying come in on the pull yesterday. Awesome. I added at 12.92, 20 cents off the dead bottom, nearly $1. In fact, it's $13.91. We're up $1 from that ad. So not only did I not stop out, I actually added near the dead bottom. Now I'm in the green here. Let's take this stock to the 20s. Here goes BIOC, by the way, BIOC. So this trade is working so far. Let's see how high we can go here. Now I have a target of 186. I'm not sure if we're going to get there. I'm going to going to try and wait it out, but we've seen this thing get pulled back. So whatever we're doing here, use your own risk management and judgment here. If these gains are good for you, take them off the table. We've seen this thing get absolutely yanked. Here we go. Looks like it's pulling back a little bit more. So still in BIOC here. We'll see if we end up trading up here.
All right, guys, I just took some profits there. A nice little profit at $21.99 there for Soxel. Sold half the shares that I had. I had 300 from $21.80. I'll take that profit. Now NVIDIA going into the green for me. And why am I taking some profits? I'm all in one area, one way. So I need to take some profits on the way to make sure I'm paying myself and then make sure that these positions don't go into the red. And it's looking good for us on this first pop. Q's going to 374.63s. Resistance 374.80s. I'm going to look to see if we can get through there and go to 375 for an expansion move. And that's an hourly resistance that I could see that I already drew. All right, back to 254.80s, 254.90s there for Tesla. So I really would not like Tesla going back through my entry. So if I can actually move my stop loss up now towards at least 252 for pullbacks. Most I'll lose on Tesla is about $10, and we already paid ourselves that much. So I'll actually move it down even closer towards like 250. Let's do it right here, 252. I'll keep it there. Stocks out. Can we get through the highs there? It went right to 2205. Stop at that spot. I want to see a close of 15-minute candle above that. We'll see what happens here. Scored on the AI pop. There you go, J2K. You've been on it all day. That's what I love to see, man. Stick to what you know. And if you like the AI name, well, guess what, my friend? Looks like that's not a bad trade today, especially on the long side. Let's see how it turned and played out. Let me go to the 5-minute. Ooh, nice little VWAP bounces and holding 9 EMA on pullbacks. Pretty good outlook there. I don't have a 5-minute chart because I restricted myself, but you could see it on there. For the 15-minute, what I'd look for is this nice little pullback to like 28. Now you see these wicks. See if you can close with an expansion candle, like a big body close, and not have that type of wick through, especially a takeout of like 28.75. I'd be looking good. All right, let's go back to the Qs here. Qs slowing down a little bit there when it got up towards that level. Let's get to what the high there was. It went to 67, turned around.
On Bayak, real quick here, I just want to discuss what's going on as it continues to move up. I've raised my stop. I'm not going to let this trade go red on me now. Stop raised to 163. We're pushing up towards the top here. 186 is going to be that target. We're up decently. We only took 500 shares on a stock that's what, $1.60. So we're not even using a ton of capital here, but we're getting some nice gains. So I raised my stop. I'm actually going to raise this a little bit more. I wanted this to be 165, but I couldn't quite hit it. So there we go. So 165, my stop. If we come back into 165, gains will be booked. Otherwise, if we push to the highest, target still 186 on BIOC.
All right, NVIDIA pulled back.
Impossible to lose on this trade now. Now that we've got the good entry, it's impossible to lose. That's exactly the types of trades that I want. A little bit of size there at 170. If they can take it, maybe we pop higher. They're hitting it. It's gone. Higher we go.
Might get stopped out in the NVIDIA one. I won't let it go through the 460s. It could still turn around here. We'll see what happens on that, but it did see the Qs come back to the VWAP. And Lynn bringing up an interesting question there. Am I counting in the sell fees and the buying fees there? So for me, of course, you guys can see my execution fees on my screen there. It's been about $3.75 for those executions that I've paid, which is pretty much nothing already. So I don't stress too much the fees because it's so small that I just keep trading with it.
Yeah, that's actually really good advice. In fact, when I was getting started in this, I would ask about that all the time. And the more experienced traders would tell me the same thing. No matter what the fees were, don't worry about the fees. Focus on the process. If your process is that you're making profitable trades, the fees are going to be meaningless as you continue to make more and more and then grow it. And that's exactly what's happened. My trade here, I've paid $2.50 on fees. I was just stopped out on the way back down. And I booked here. Let's go to the filled orders and we'll take a look here. I booked gains of $67.50 and I paid $2.50 in fees. I'm not, to me, that is I'm not even going to spend mental capital thinking about that. That's so minuscule. Biak here, if we consolidate in this in this area here, we might be able to go higher here. Green on the screen, Mitch. Green on the screen in the prop account here today. We rolling.
Is we rolling? If we rolling? All right, let's take a look here. Energy
Smoke
now
Tuna
leading.
taking gains on Biak as well. 150 to 175. Nice little 25-cent move there in a few minutes, right? Smoke Tuna. Great job.
Oil going
Great
higher.
job.
Yeah, definitely. Jay bringing up Valero. That one's probably ripping too when oil goes higher like that. Ripping. There you go, Nando. And that's what I like to see, guys. I didn't even see the chat. You guys were seeing my head was just turned right now. What was I looking at? I was looking at XOM ripping higher there, Nando. So that's what it's about. You see how we're looking at the same thing, guys? That's when we start helping each other, right? So the key here is not always to be like, you know, like you see on a lot of chat rooms where they're trying to fluff their names up. Ryan and I catch those all the time. We're like, come on, bro. Like, just chill out. But we're here to help each other out, talk about different sectors, talk about the industries, talk about leading names, right? That's going to help traders at least take a look. That's what we want to be doing. Whether it's to the upside, downside, it doesn't matter. The key is to be a supporting community. That's what we're here on Benzinga. And definitely, let's see what we get into here. I'm even looking at Apple maybe for a purchase there. But I'm going to stick to the trades I have already here, even though that looks interesting off the VWAP. Let's see if we can keep going higher in tech names. I want to see tech kind of get a nice little push here. Soxel, take out the high. Let's see if Soxel can go and just kind of rip here. Can set break even, stop out from here on out. It should go through that level. And so if it comes back to me, I want to get out of the name and I can come back.
Oh, let me get your screen up, Mitch.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just looking around. I'm trying to focus here and make sure that I stay in the green.
You.
Stay in the green, baby. Tesla came back right to my entry and bounced there. So now I know if it goes back through that level, it'll probably cut me out. So I can set a really tight stop there in Tesla. Now it's $2 out, or I stay in the name. NVIDIA giving me a hit right there. So you see, NVIDIA just put me back to like break even from my first sell on Soxel. So that's why I sold that first sell on Soxel, because by selling that, it kept me from the full loss there on NVIDIA. So now I still have green from Soxel because that was just half the position. And then no matter what, from moving on, I've already moved my stops back to break even. So it's just more along, will we continue in the direction? So I'm doing a directional play. I'm holding to that direction and break even if it turns around on me. I'll do that all the time. VIX and DXY going down. That should help the market. CCL holding weekly support as well should help the AAL. I like it, Eldon. I was looking at NCLH earlier. Look at that. Oh, no. There she goes, 650s. A little part of me wants to swing NCLH. All right, let's do it, team. Let's do it. I've been waiting for this one for a little while. Yeah, I'll take a little bit here. I rolled this up from last time I traded NCLH. I traded it from like 13s to 17. So I'm just buying it back where I sold it. And it ripped higher than that 17. I didn't expect it to go that high, but I got the 200-day below it at 1604s. I just took a small amount just to kind of open it up. I'm willing to add on pullbacks closer towards like 1620s and then hold off 16 for NCLH. All right, there's the trades going into the green for me. Tesla now starting to push back. Wouldn't want to even see Tesla go through like 253.50s now. Really, I would want that to hold now and get that next step up because there's a nice little bottoming support on a 5-minute around 253.60s. So I'm even going to move this up here to like 253.30s. So at this point, Tesla will be in the green no matter what. I put a stop below it and letting it try to work, but it'll be a green trade at this point. Soxel looking for that 22 break. Let's go. Let's go. Can we get it here? The Qs, can it go through 374.80s? Making a move to 375 is what I'm looking at. Wouldn't want to see it come back down below kind of the 373.90 level. Hold 374 on pullbacks. Let's see if it takes out 375. Let's go to the strongest stocks in the queues lately, at least for right now. Datadog with a nice little lift higher. Marriott taking off, man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's one that's a reason why I'll play like NCLH, seeing Marriott take off. Look at that. That's a nice little
nice 4-point move here.
15-minute candles. That's a pretty big move there. AMD on the pullback right now looks interesting, man. I'm just playing all around. Let's see what I can do here. AMD doesn't look too bad here on this pullback. I'd like maybe 108.60s, 108.50s here, but you have to hold off of 108. That's the way I like it right now. We'll see if it kind of gets that lift here. Go after another one. I think I might just stick to the ones I'm in. I don't want to push too much too quickly. Let's let a nice little lift off happen. Airbnb staying strong. Look at that one. What about Hilton? Ooh, nice little lift off there in Hilton. So definitely lodging doing well there. Let's go to the sectors. Energy leading, basic materials, technology. Then utilities. The only thing in the red still is industrials, and those are even coming back. Communication services almost going green already. So we're almost to all sectors green here, guys. When I see things like this, if I'm shorting, I'm careful. I'm like, whoa. It could be that, all the sectors like are wrong right now, but when you see that much green, it's usually those are the days where I do my start swing trade show, and there's too many stocks to talk about that were in the green. So it's like, which ones do I talk about, right? I can only talk about the biggest moves, usually. Utilities going higher today. That's an interesting move as those have been crushed lately. Duke going higher. What you got out there?
Verb trying to move here. Verb, it tried to push away from, I have no position right now, but it's trying to push away from its VWAP. Let's see if it can actually break and go higher here. High of the day was what, 244? So some pretty decent room if Verb can get going here. Volume still looks good. We actually did get a little bit of a volume pop here as well. So maybe Verb takes off here. Smoke Tuna looks like he's on Verb. Verb pulling back to the VWAP now. I talked about it too much, guys. I'm sorry. Talked about it too much.
Yeah, man. Be careful. They're listening out there.
Yep. Seriously. It's the market makers like, up. Ryan's buying. We got to sink this puppy.
Yeah, you know it, baby. They got us on watch.
It feels like that sometimes. Market will do that to you.
You'll get paranoid as hell real quick.
Oh, man. I've been there. I've been there.
You start doing one of these, you're just like, yo,
I'm putting tape. All of a sudden, I'm putting tape over my camera. I'm plugging my microphones. I'm doing all types of shit.
Hey, never talk when they're running, man. Webb said it. Meta says Nando. Let's take a look.
Bored. Ryan's buying. You gotta laugh about it. Verb, maybe pushing here on Verb.
I'm watching for the cues, man. I'm watching for the cues. Here we go, guys. Let's see if we can get it. So I'll put my screen up for the cues push, and that should help a lot of trades. We'll see if that kind of gets the 375 break here. You see how it's been stair stepping? Now I really don't want it to come back through this kind of level here. So I always look at the 15 and I look at it for resistance acting as eventually support, which is right around the 374. If it comes back to here, it's kind of negating this run. So I'll look to see if it could break to 375 here.
Marty saying that would actually be a hilarious movie concept, a comedy about a paranoid trader. I agree. I'd go see that. I mean, it's really a shame that the writers are on strike right now because I'm sure somebody can whip up something pretty good with that. That's the plot line. I'd be in. Right. I'd be in for that. Take care, Milky. Thanks for stopping by.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it, team. Yo, ChatGPT just made the movie for us, guys.
Adrian here. I was super paranoid about it a while back. Market kept going right to my stop, then reversing. Then I realized that was on a practice account, so no one saw any of my stops anyhow. It's those moments where you're like, it's been there.
All right, guys. So I just made the movie for us, guys. You guys can check it out on ChatGPT whenever you want.
13 saying, let them strike. Have you seen the quality of writing over the past several years? I'm in that camp. I'm in that camp. I don't like to see strikes happen, but man, movies haven't been good. The writing has not been good.
Maybe ChatGPT can just do the movies for us now. The title is Trading Shadows. It's a thriller / drama. We shouldn't make it a comedy though. We got to adjust the genre, you know. But the log line, in the high stakes world of Wall Street, a brilliant but paranoid trader life spirals into chaos.
Did you actually put that in
a sinister conspiracy that threatens not only his fortune but his very existence?
Did you get that from ChatGPT for real?
Bro,
that's hilarious.
I'm becoming an AI genius, bro. I'm trying to do it out there, baby. Always learn new skills. Always learn new skills. It's all about prompting. That's all it is.
Yeah, no, AI is all about prompting.
Right,
Verb's
guys.
trying to go, folks. Verb's trying to go here. A little bit of size at 222. We'll see if they took it. 223 took it. Here we go on Verb. Let's go, Verb.
Boom.
I'm actually not in this.
No worries. You can still talk about it more. An interesting one. Did you guys like that reading?
225.
I'm working on it.
Verb going here. Verb kind of grinding higher here, folks. Mitch, this is going to be an incredible weekend coming up. On Saturday, there will be golf, and on Sunday, there will be football. And it is going to be glorious.
Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. That's what I like to see. And Tesla, can Tesla talk to me and go through 256? What you gonna do, Tesla? What you gonna do when they come for you? Where's my bad boys? I need the bad boys. I need to get my sounds on. We're gonna have some fun here. It's almost 10:30 here. A little bit. We'll talk a little bit more about Trade the Pool, but you guys smash the like if you guys have been enjoying the action today. It's been a good one, guys.
We've had fun. We've turned tech issues into fun, and any day you can do that, you're doing the right things.
You know it, Ryan. Yeah. Wisdom, don't spill it on the computer, my friend. All right, Tesla struggling here in the 255s now. Can we hold the pullbacks to 254 here? The Qs went right towards like that 374, 80s, 385s. I see hourly resistance there. It held. Can we take that out on the Qs is what I'm looking for the continued upside action. Did NVIDIA come back up? I don't want to look at it. It probably just stops me out and then comes back, but I'm leaving her alone now. She can do her own little thing. Tesla, the dragon of all dragons. Can it take me to the upside? Let's find out.
Will you slay it is the question. Smoke Tune asking, Ryan, do you need tech support? We're covered, my man. It's just I get frustrated when stuff that should work doesn't work when I'm trying to present it to a group of really nice people. That just makes me frustrated. That's all. But they'll fix it.
Yeah, no worries. We got it. But definitely I think it's crazy. This thing just started like creating a whole movie, dude.
I mean, we're out here, Mitch. We're out here doing things.
The guy's name is James Winters.
That's the name of the character? James
Yeah, that's
Winters.
the character.
Okay.
There you go. You got it, my friend.
Dude, the movie announcer voice is arguably the best voice in the history of voices. Are you ready? It's like the most dramatic thing that you could ever. It will turn anything into something dramatic.
I'll tell you one thing. Everybody that reacts on like emotions is screwed in the future because AI knows how to take that emotion and give it right back to you, man. That's why I get to this point where if I read a headline and I get too amped really quickly, I'm like, yo, where's the trap? Where's the trap? All right, let's see if Tesla can get moving now. 15 minutes look great here. Just wants to, I want it to hold kind of 53.50s now. Get through the 255.50 area. Can we get through there? Twos, can we get to 375? Do you want to do it for me? Let's find out. Let's find out, guys. Ryan, you know what they want. Give it to them.
In a world. It is really good. I don't have anything else prepared for that.
All right, no worries. I can always do that.
One man fights his trading demons. I mean, you could do anything with it. You could do anything with it. The best thing ever. I'll tell you what, as a missed career for me anyway, voice actor. I think being a voice actor would be effing sweet. And you know what? I may not give up on that. I may see if I can do that as a side hustle.
Hey, dude, with the way that sound technology is, you don't even need to sound good. You just need to learn how to read. That's it.
I know how to read though, dude. I don't need to learn that.
No, but like read off of like scripts, right? Because it's a little bit. True. It takes a little bit, right? I'll tell you, like I've gotten better, and that's just because I do different shows, right? That's taken time to get better, right? I still make mistakes. Everybody calls it out. I know you, chat. I know you. But it's all good because the truth is that's how we get better, right? When you get called out and you get held accountable, what happens? You actually make improvements, guys. Hold that accountability. Learn the trade the process approach. That's what we're all about here at Benzinga. All right, SPY now taken to the upside. Can the Qs catch this little pullback and take out the 375? That's what I need from my trades. Let's see if we can really get it going here. Boom. Becca said you still got it, bro. Let's go.
You still can. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to look into that. We'll see if I can get a little side hustle going, doing some, but I'll tell you what, I'm not even talking about like, I'm not even talking about like AAA movies. Like you could give me a voice acting gig for a video game and I would be absolutely beside myself happy with something like that. So we'll start small, baby steps, baby, baby steps.
Marriott with a big push there, guys. Big push there. Man, a little part of me is like, I'm seeing some pretty strong stocks out there still. Microsoft, look at Microsoft. That's actually pretty strong here. Look, Norwegian. Let's go to Microsoft. Look at Microsoft. Pretty strong day there for Microsoft. Nice little 3 or 4 candles, all green on the 15-minute. That's pushing back, man. That's actually looking pretty strong there. And W. I talked about this just the other day.
And W.
I saw Zscaler doing well, and PanW wasn't lifting. Now it's getting Zscaler is getting a little bit of a pullback. PanW was strong there. What about Sentinel-1? That stock had been coming back. It's trying to hold 17 on pullbacks right now. Looking around, guys. What are you guys seeing out there? Here's a growth name getting a little move, and maybe this is a call, and it might be a little bit early. But remember, student loans are coming back. I think at some point, SoFi comes back into the headlines. Right now, it's trading at 862. It's come back towards 822. I kind of don't mind here risking off of like 8 and slowly working into a position on SoFi. I actually don't mind it, guys.
Marty, this is a really good. The guy on How Is Made is great. I will look that up. That's a good idea. Smoke Tuna actually focusing on the task at hand instead of goofing off with the rest of us. PRZO possibly setting up here. PRZO, unfortunately, not in Made the Pool. I've looked a few times. But Mitch, you'd be proud of me because that was one of the first things I did was check if it's in there. By the way,
my boy. Every
other stock that we've talked about here today has been in Trade the Pool. So don't get hung up on PRZO not being there.
All right,
and
guys,
Verb,
we'll see what
Verb gave
there.
a trade. Hell, Verb gave a trade.
The verb's the word? What?
Verb's the word, man. And Bayak gave a trade too. So who needs that? Who needs that?
Dun, dun, dun. All right, guys, smash the like if you guys enjoying it out there. I'm having a good time today. Definitely.
Yeah,
it's
it's
been
a Friday, dude. It's a Friday. We had football. Like, it is time to have a good time. It's time to let your hair down and let loose.
I love it. I love to hear it. Have a good time, guys. Smash the like button. Enjoy what we do here too, guys. We do it for you guys all the time. All right, guys, I'm going to play a little quick trailer here so that you guys can check out Trade the Pool. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We'll continue trading.
Stock is don't risk your money. The second rule in day trading stock is have enough capital to trade freely. Introducing Trade the Pool. Trade our funds in your own unique way. Here's how it works. Step number 1, show you can trade and prove your profitability. Step number 2, get funded. Trade the pool and keep up to 80% of the profits. Step number 3, stay consistent and get access to unlimited buying power. It's as simple as that. Sound good? But wait, we got more. When you join Trade the Pool, you get a free user for the best tools in the market. Trade ideas, Trend Spider, Bookmap, Trader Syncs, and more. We have been here for a while now, from 2016, when we built our first brand called The Fivers, a well-known and respected prop firm for indices and FX trading. But enough about us, let's talk about you. Are you ready to be a stock star? Start trading now.
All right, team, and we're back. Get back to the action, of course, and you guys can check out Trade the Pool. I'm throwing up the link right now. Check it out, guys. And I did get stopped out on Sox Hell on that pullback. It's just a break-even stop. I lost 75 cents because of execution, guys. But that's fine. Now Tesla's coming back. What happened there, though, is important. Look how the Qs went right towards that 374.80s, 374.77 this time, and pull back fast. So now we're getting into more of that chop action. Probably going to get stopped out of the rest of that Tesla here, but it'll be for a small green. And I'll just keep it at where I have it, right? So like it could pull back to 254. Wouldn't want to see it break 254, but I'm at like 253.40s right now. We'll see what happens there. If it's able to just make a quick whip, move back up, but we did see a quick little pullback there. So now I can see if maybe eventually Microsoft comes down, looking for strong stocks there to pull back to maybe catch a pullback entry. Ion Q is even coming back a little bit some today, but that could get flushed down again if the market really goes back to the red. But I don't expect it going back to the red right now. I'm just expecting some pullback time. Let's see what happens. If Tesla doesn't stop me out, I'll just stay in the position, because if it just rips off, that this itself could give me the return for the day. Smash the like for sure. We're having a good time out here, and that's what it's all about. We'll keep going. And I think it was interesting that our chat came up with a movie today.
Yeah. They're working on the rest of the script. We've got a lot of it started. We've got the premise. It's good stuff.
I like it, man. Smash the like out there for it. All right. What else is going on here? Can we get some pullback action? Get after it. Roku on the pullback. Let me check that out. Yeah, that one's pretty weak now. That's an interesting one, just because of the pure like risk to return on Roku right now. So I'm taking a look at that right now. Show you guys why. So on Roku, right? I'm not talking about even the intraday. Look at the daily, right? You were all the way up to 95. You came all the way back down to where you were before it kind of ripped up there. That's interesting for me. It could either be a trap and trapping some traders, right? Or it could have gotten washed out a lot of that early green action and come back to those levels. So that's where it's like kind of risk to return for me. And maybe I'm risking here off the 83 spot, risking about 90 cents for a move that could go back up, what, $8? It's interesting. At least swing trade outlook definitely is interesting for me. Now the only question is, do I like Roku? That's a harder one to make a decision on. I don't know if I like consumer electronics going into this holiday season. Bros coming down today. I remember I got out of that one. Got hit earlier in the week on that one. Now it's starting to go down here. Was looking bullish earlier, but now starting to kind of fade off here. Interesting stock, at least. What's going on, Tesla? What do you want to do? And the Qs just can't get it going. What are you guys seeing out there, team? SMCI? It's not a bad one. SMCI. Let's take a look. I traded that one here before. I've done pretty well on it in the past. But I got to be careful with this one. I usually only trade it maybe like 20 or 30 shares. You see, that's when I traded it here. It's coming back up for those levels. Looks like it wants to try to take out 280, but it's already had a big, strong day. If I zoom out a little bit more, I can see more resistance up there towards that 300. Will we ever feel that gap? I don't think it's a bad one to play here because it has like kind of like an inverse head and shoulders pattern too. I can show you how that looks right now. So if we draw this right here, this could be kind of the shoulder line, what they call the shoulder line. So that's the shoulder. Now the question is, where do you draw the neckline? This is the hardest thing of the inverse head and shoulders and also the head and shoulders that the CMT has taught me. It's all about where you draw the neckline. This is where it gets very subjective versus objective. That's where it gets harder, right? And when a strategy is a little bit subjective, that's when I could have a different line than someone else. So that's another thing that they teach in the CMT is like understanding which patterns are more exact than others. The inverse head and shoulders or the head and shoulders for that matter is not so exact on the neckline. What do you think about shop? We can take a look there. We'll take a watch.
Verb, that was a nice call, by the way, Smoke Tuna. Verb bouncing off that VWAP up to 230 here. 230 is where it stopped last time, too. We'll see if it can go higher.
Verb. SMCI. Tesla's still hanging in there, guys. Can we take 255? Stocks out back down towards where I got it from. We'll see if that gets the flush down here or bounces and creates kind of like another bottom to go off of. Show you guys how that looks right now. I'm already out of it, but how it looks. So you see how kind of it's coming back and holding around here, the 2170s. Recovery of 2180s could bring it back. We'll see if it does. Looking at other auto manufacturers, Ford actually having a decent day. So is GM. I've been thinking about long-term buying some puts or like swinging short Stellantis because I think that we could get a strike against them. Just talking like a trade idea out loud, right? And I haven't taken it any side really, but I like the trade at least.
Verb went through that 230 spot on Verb, by the way. I'm not in it. Just kind of watching it right now.
There's Verb. I was like kind of you see here on the 15-minute how there's like this 210 resistance that becomes support here. So that was kind of like the layers that I would be going after. 210 to $2 there on Verb was a good entry. Let's see if it can take that what is this, 243s on the upside. That'd be really interesting if it takes that out. Tesla still just trying to just battle here.
Yeah, Lynn and Randy saying that this is where Tesla gets boring, where it just kind of consolidates. It really needs to kind of fall out so that it can bounce a couple of bucks. I'm not going to stay in it.
I'll just chill. It's going to be green no matter what. It'll be green no matter what.
I prefer adjectives. Verbs are too much work.
I like it. I like it.
I like it, Jim. I like it.
See what you did there.
Verb coming back in now. So it did break that high and got pulled coming back in. We'll wait. This is what I mean about it's better off buying some of these support levels instead of these breaks. I know a couple of them go, but for the most part, this is what we see here.
It's how it is sometimes, guys. What's going on with the Donkey Kong?
Almost 50. I heard the Donkey Kong. That's just that gives the nostalgic vibes from hearing that is so crazy. This May 13, you're looking at Donkey Kong here, aren't you? This NFL trade, they're profitable now. Maybe they go up here, maybe some new 52-week highs next week. Just saying.
Yeah, it's starting to turn on us, the market at least. Q's going below the VWAP there. I got out of my Tesla there, guys. So small little green, guys. I'm green. No, I'm not really green. I'd call this break even pretty much. But at least it's not red.
Can you go to a daily chart? 13 thinks that this moves up next week, I believe.
So the way that I look at this is
look at this chart.
Yeah, you've had a 20% run. That's my only concern here is a 20% run into the season. I think a lot of people were looking at my trade, right? The NFL season type of trade. The only question is today the top or is Monday the top? That's my question. That's the question I'd be asking. I wouldn't want to join the trade now. I feel like I'm 20% from where I could have bought it, right? That's my problem. I don't like swing trading when I see that kind of bottoming action. This is more like a resistance break of like, let's say 3250s or 32s on the left-hand side. And so, yeah, if you continue going through there, you can maybe create that as support, but I don't like buying so close to resistance. That's my outlook on it.
NVAX pulling back here. Let me go to mine real quick. NVAX pulling back here. This might be entry on a VWAP touch, by the way, on NVAX. So this is what I'd be watching here. Not quite there yet, but this might be setting up. NVAX, ticker NVAX. Mitch, going back to you.
Got it, guys. Looking to see if we're going to actually start coming down or not, or this is going to bounce here. So just looking around, guys. What's still strong is oil, of course. Oil's still pretty strong out there. We'll look to see if something pulls back here. It makes sense. Cyclicals even pulling back there. They're back towards like the VWAPs. Healthcare's still near the top. Industrial's pulling back, going back towards red. See how the deer is doing today. Yeah, deer's turning back towards the red there. Cat starting to pull back a little bit. Cat's been strong as of late. Let's see what happens here.
Mitch, can you chart Fubo for us? Laura was asking about that earlier. I'm not a Fubo fan, but maybe the chart says something different.
Hey guys, I've been one to call Fubo from I think like when it first came on back to the markets and it ripped. And then eventually I called the negative turn on Fubo because it just got to the point where it just got ridiculous. So you guys can remember that. I was back at like 23, 24s. Let's actually go back.
Was that with the Atlas Group, the pumping?
Yeah, that
I think it was, yeah.
So you can see here, guys. I'm gonna go back here. Let's go back towards 5 years. Yeah, let's do 5 years. Okay, so in 22, this got all the way up there in like the 20s and has come down multiple times. Lately, it's had a lot of volume trying to get it going here, but it never can kind of hold these pushes. And one thing that I notice it does is that it does kind of continuous like drives and then quick drops. So you just got to be careful when you get the drives, probably taking profits and then looking for quick drops to get it in on. So for me right now, it's on a recent drive. I'd be looking to sell on rips towards like resistance and then looking for quick drops like you got here to join the party. So quick drops, join the party, sell the rip. You get what I mean? Dennis talks about this all the time, right? Buy the dips, sell the rips. That's what Fubo looks like to me on the charts.
Yes, Alexa asking, Ryan, can you please repeat what you said about NVAX? So looking at NVAX here, we've really kind of come back into the VWAP here. This to me looks like pretty good entry. Now we've broken beneath the VWAP for a little bit here, but let's see if we trade back up and reclaim this. I don't see a lot of volume. That's the one thing that's really kind of got me like, that's rough, but thought maybe a VWAP bounce here on NVAX. Now I know we've broken beneath it, but this might still go. And yes, you're correct. NVAX does have a large short interest. In fact, let me get you those numbers because I think I still have that here. NVAX 49% of its float shorted 4.52 days to cover. Remember, NVAX's product here is the vaccine that's not the mRNA. So there's definitely going to be more people willing to try this one.
All right, guys, looking at potential short here of JPM. Wanted to try to fail here on this breakout attempt. Fail to get above 70s and hold here on the 5-minute, and then I can start getting short on it. Maybe go short the banks. Short those banks. Short them to the ground. Evil, evil. Evil shorts out there.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
See what happens out there, guys. Now that's starting to turn around. I kind of like how I rejected there. Let's get after it. Getting a little bit here at 143.57. If it goes to 143.50s, I want to add there. Just came back to the 66. Could add right up here and then hold off the 70s, but I'm going to wait for the down action to come back in.
Yo, Alexa, playing 2 rounds on Saturday. You're playing 36 holes on Saturday. I am jealous.
Savage.
Jealous that you're playing 36 holes. I am definitely going to play on Saturday, but it won't be 2 rounds. Go low, Alexa. Go low.
All right, guys. Well, how's it going out there?
Well, let me answer that, Mitch. Look at NVAX. I know we broke beneath that VWAP, but now we're kind of sitting here. Let's see if this crosses back up and through that VWAP, this potential setup here. And just as I said that, it moved lower. Look at that. Oh, life is fun. Life is fun.
I love how you'll probably get a lot of people today talking about how they knew that the Detroit Tigers were they knew that the Detroit Lions were going to win. You'll hear a lot of talk of that today.
I mean, I bet them to win. So
it's my boy.
You're going to hear it from me. I mean, I bet a parlay where one of the legs was that they covered, I should say.
Well, I mean, we were set up for it. It was a nice outlook. We're going to start doing a little Twitter stream for it. So let me know if you guys would join a like sports betting talk outlook on Twitter, like a little Twitter space in the chat. Just throw up a 1 in the chat. If I see enough of those, I'll get them running even next week, even maybe on the weekends. But we'll let you guys know. Just smash the like.
1.
You guys saw Ryan real quick. He was like, "Yeah, let's get after it, please."
Let's get after it, baby.
All right, guys, what's going on out there? How we doing? How is that block C? Ooh, it's not looking like it wants to come back there towards that 2. We'll see. It's trying to hold the 150 pullback. What happened to the market? Market's trying to bounce off to the VWAP there, but I don't know if it's going to bounce or not. SPY is a little bit higher than VWAP. Looking at the KRE, it's actually getting a little strong here, so I might get squeezed out of my JPM. We'll see what happens here.
Jay, Walter, lucky you. I haven't slept past 5 a.m. in years. Oh, Jay, not even on the weekend, dude? Not even on the weekend. Oh,
Yeah, I know. I know how that is.
I know how it goes. I was actually just having this discussion the other day. When you get used to waking up early in the morning, even when you have an opportunity to sleep in, you only sleep like an extra hour maybe, and then you wake up and your body's like, no, get up. Come on, it's time to go. Let's go. I'm not going back to sleep. Let's go. That's what happens to me on the weekends. So
all right, let's see. You guys wanted to take a look at
look at NVAX, guys. NVAX.
NVAX. There you
It's
go.
curling. I'm telling you. Look, the entry point was VWAP, or that's what what I had said here is that the test of VWAP might provide a good entry point. Yes,
Okay.
we've gone beneath it, but if we cross it and reclaim it here, this is going to end up working out. VWAP, what I got it at 936.
I like support at 921 on that NVAX chart off of 15-minute pre-market resistance. Prior day's resistance was around 927 here. So I definitely would like to see it hold at 921 and maybe just turn right back around. It's not a bad risk to return from here on that one. I kind of like it. Dun, dun, dun. I like the daily outlook there too. Forget that. Get the lower entries. Just look at the nice daily outlook off of 916 here. Dun, dun, dun. But I like being on positions where like a lot of people are looking at the spots,
And that's breaking down.
I set a $15 stop there for JPM. Would like to see it come back, but I want to go focus on this NVAX. Actually, still kind of like it, but maybe I'm just being a little bit of a chase. I like things weak. So I like how there's some resistance right here that could start acting as support.
Yeah, I don't know. NVAX weak ever since it's come through that VWAP. I really need this to reclaim here. Otherwise, probably just move on. Yeah, NVAX going lower here. I don't know. Thought this might be a good opportunity. Nope. So one of the reasons I don't trade the VAX stocks. It's just not worth it. I don't believe in them anyway.
Okay. The volumes died off, right? Where did the
just
volume come from?
Completely dried up.
Where did it come from? I always look at that. Like, okay, so it was on this break here, 916, that the volume came in. So like it was at 914, 916, and then it broke out, right? So now you're getting back to that trend, and that's where Ryan's noticing, well, it seems like the trend has died. Yeah,
yep.
It is. When it goes back to the 100% trend, it essentially negates the trend breakout. But it still looks good risk to reward wise, and that's why I'm looking at it, right? Because I can maybe risk what here? 10 cents to look for a nice return back towards the upside, which is 50 cents. So it's all about risk to return for me. That's the way I like to approach it here. But I always try to buy on weakness versus buy on strength, right? It depends what you guys like.
Hey man, if I like that Ken G instead of his full name, just in case there are algorithms picking it up. He's here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
I'm gonna raise my stop just a tiny bit here on JPM. I feel like I could just do another like a triple top here at the 85s and then come right back down. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that one. See if it does like a little bit of a triple top and then turns right back to the downside. There you go, starting to reject. If it ever goes back to 143.50s, I'll add on that. It's that NVAX now.
See if it bounces. We shall see.
All right, let's see. Can you give me a wick to 920s and then a quick recovery? So what I look for a lot of the times is a couple of attempts to break VWAP 2 or 3 times and then coming back. So maybe one more attempt here lower and then recovery. That's what I'm looking for, but it's already there, 926. Let's see if I can get a quick little dip to 920s. Dun, 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 dun. It's interesting, though. Q's trying to hold the VWAP and recover there. It's been a kind of a slow move there. Tesla's coming back all the way to 252, but never broke the big candle on the 15 minutes. So who knows? Maybe we're just getting deep time frame pullbacks, but definitely a lot has changed since then. Energy is the one that, man, just keeps going. Guys, what a move there in XOM today. Look at that chart.
Oh my gosh, that is a big move.
Should have been gushing it today, baby. Oh man, and I'm just glad I didn't go short these names. Look at that. Chevron to 168. Definitely sold that one early this week. That's how it goes sometimes. But WTI, where are we at? Can we get back to 88? 87.59-ish, above 87.50s now. I'd like to see that. Can we get to 88? Can we get to 90? Man, if it does, watch out. Inflation could be coming back. $13, you tried to get the Verb VWAP pullback. It happens, man. Sometimes you won't get filled. That does have a nice little, like, kind of rule of three, repeated pattern looking. Can it break the 230s here?
234 is your spot. This is where it stopped last time, and through the high day high here, I think is 244.
You saw some people buying up for sure. I could see it coming in.
Yeah, 13. That happens.
It happens, man. I agree. It happens. Can block come back? We'll see if that one comes back on the day. MSOS. What's going on with the cannabis stocks? Ooh, another rip there for MSOS. Yeah, man. Cannabis stocks getting pushed here. MSOS has climbed, man. There's a lot of volume in this, guys. DGC. Can that get the lift off today? Can it get back to $1? It could. It could definitely do it. Tilray at $3, getting a little bit higher. Oof. Cannabis names going higher.
All right, Mitch, I'm going to dip and get on with my day, but have a good weekend, my man. Great trading with you this week.
One, my friend.
It was a tough week. Hopefully we'll be back for some more gains next week. Viewers, you folks are all awesome. Thanks for all of your support. Look forward to more of that next week, and hopefully on Monday we'll be celebrating a Bears victory Monday. We'll see. Have a good one, Mitch. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Well, you guys have a great one. Like always, we'll continue going right here on, of course, Benzinga. Don't go anywhere, team. We got a lot for you guys all day long. Catch me a little later on Start Swing Trade. Hit those thumbs up. I'll see you guys, like always, right here on Benzinga. If you're not subscribed, what are you guys waiting for? Like, really? Hit that like, hit that subscribe button right now. Don't wait. I'll see you guys, like always, right here. And like always, you guys can check out Trade the Pool. If you guys haven't done so, check it out in the description below. We'll keep battling with you guys and keep getting after it. And don't forget, we'll always have a good time here. That's what it's always about, right? Sometimes the only way is up, guys. The only way is up.